Hi everyone, Vanakkam. This is Priya signing in from Planet Priya. Thank you all so very much for so much of support and so much of love you showered on Nila's first video appearance. She was completely ecstatic and I'm so happy that you gave her so many beautiful comments and thank you so much for supporting her. This week, I've been feeling rather homesick, missing Amma so much because I haven't seen her in over a year and missing my kids too. So I was thinking what I could do to make me feel a little better, and I thought I'll put my chef hat on and start cooking because Amma makes this most amazing comforting food. Not just my Amma, my grandmother, Ammamma, Party and my aunts too, they all make it. It's such a simple dish, but the aroma, the smell of it just makes you feel so happy and so comforting, and I feel all the love and warmth every time I make this dish. We are gonna make none other than DhalRasam, which is ParuppuRasam, and Kancheepuram special chicken fry. Kancheepuram special chicken Varuval. Amma makes this dish like, oh, it's divine. So, and when I make it here every time, my kids absolutely love it. All my friends adore it and love it to the core. And I've had so many requests for me to make this chicken and rasam. So today, I thought I will make that and I can feel that warmth and comfort after making the dish, and hopefully I'll feel a little close to Amma. And I think it's the same for everyone, right? You just need some love and warmth when you miss somebody. So let's get into the kitchen without any further delay. Alright, to make rasam, the first and foremost thing is the rasam powder. I make the rasam powder at home, and this is a basic rasam powder which I make, which I'm going to tell you the recipe. And there are different kinds of rasam powders too, which I'll teach you in another video. For this rasam powder, I've taken a spoon of tur dal, red chili. Because of the digestion, I use more pepper and less red chili. So pepper, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, and that's it. So you dry roast all of them in a dry pan and grind it to a fine powder. This makes your rasam powder. So that's what we are going to make first. Keep the rasam powder ready before you start to make the rasam. And now for making the DhalRasam or ParuppuRasam in Tamil. This is how my Amma makes. So I've kept some cooked dal water here. It is not entirely dal, it's just the water from the dal. We always make some kind of a curry, so I reserve the water from the dal. And I've taken 2 tomatoes which I've soaked in hot water. It's easy to mash it up, so 2 tomatoes there. And I've taken a small marble size of tamarind and I've soaked that in hot water too. That is for the main ingredient. And then comes your garlic here, which I've just bashed it up with my mortar and pestle. I've taken some curry leaves for tempering, and I've got a small piece of jaggery which gives a nice hint of sweetness to the rasam. And this is the rasam powder which I just showed you. I've already dry roasted them and I made it here. As said, you can make it at home or you can just buy a very good store-bought rasam powder too. Turmeric powder and asafoetida. And for tempering, you need oil, mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and some red chilies, salt, and coriander. So that is all the ingredients you need to make the amazing ParuppuRasam or DhalRasam. Alright, the first step is you just need to make just the soaked tamarind. Make sure you get a nice tamarind pulp, and then we are gonna mix all this tomatoes, tamarind, and dal together. So I've mixed up the dal, the tamarind water, and the tomatoes all mashed up together, and make sure you throw the tamarind pulp, the leftovers anyway. Make sure you get a nice tamarind pulp. If you don't have a proper tamarind, you could go for store-bought tamarind paste too. Just use it according to your taste. And to this we are gonna add salt. So this is your base of the rasam. We are going to make sure that this rasam goes into the pan and then it boils for some time. Asafoetida is very good for digestion, so you make sure you add a lot of asafoetida. Your garlic and the little jaggery, and that's the base of your rasam. So that's what we're going to pour in a pan now, and we're going to give it a boil before we temper, and then we add the rasam powder. Sorry, I forgot to mention, you need to add some turmeric powder as well. So that's all the rasam you get. So all this concoction goes into a pan, so that we're going to boil that. So you could see how the rasam is boiling now. Just let it boil for 1 or 2 minutes, so the tamarind taste and the tomatoes all settle in and make a wonderful concoction. So I'm just going to let that boil, and meantime we are going to do a tempering on the other side. I've taken the tempering pan and I've added some oil. About a spoonful would do, but if you'd like more oil, and you can, and then you can add a little ghee to that to give a nice wonderful taste to that. Now for the tempering, I'm adding mustard seeds, cumin seeds, red chili and curry leaf. So the tempering is all ready, and now come to the rasam part. So the rasam is all boiled, as I said. So now add rasam powder. As soon as you add about 2 spoons to 2.5 spoons of rasam powder, so that's rasam powder in, and now carefully pour the tempering on top. Switch it off immediately and just garnish with some coriander leaves, and that's your yummy rasam all ready. And I could just smell, I just want to have the rasam right now. You could just drink the rasam like that, or you could have it with rice. Alright, let's see what all we need for the chicken fry, or varutha kori in Tamil. It's one of my favorite dishes, and it goes superbly well with an amazing ParuppuRasam, which is DhalRasam. You could do the same with potatoes for a vegetarian option. Use the same things but use potatoes. So for that I've taken about 1 kilo of chicken, cut into pieces, washed and cleaned already. Take about 2 large onions. I'm going to make it like a bit of a gravy, so it goes very well with rice. And this is tomatoes, 1, and there is chili powder. For 1 kilo of this chicken, I've taken about 2.5 spoonfuls of chili powder and coriander powder mixed. So that's about 5 spoons of chili powder and coriander powder together. And whole spices, I've taken some cinnamon stick and some cloves, ginger garlic paste, green chili, curry leaf, turmeric, cumin seeds, oil, pepper powder, salt and coriander. The ingredients are very simple. Don't add too many ingredients which will spoil the entire taste of the chicken. Keep it simple, and then add your whole spices, and then goes your onion. Add a little salt to the onion so the onion sweats and cooks faster. Add the green chilies with the onion and a little bit of curry leaves just to give the flavor. Cook until the onion becomes slightly golden and translucent. So the onions are getting brown nicely. To this add about 2 big spoonfuls of ginger garlic paste. Then add a little bit of turmeric to that. That's for the chicken too. Now add all your chicken. Now make sure you coat the chicken well with your onion and ginger garlic. So do take time to seal the chicken to keep the chicken juicy and tasty. So after this, all we're going to do is add the salt and then chili powder to the chicken, and you can cook in the pan with adding water. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it one whistle in my pressure cooker, and that will make sure that all the spices blend in together with the chicken, and then we are gonna cook. I'm gonna add all the chili powder. As I said, it's about 5 spoonfuls. You might think it's too much, but we need that masala to stand out. So that's about 5 spoons. Add that, give it a good mix. Add salt. Now it's time for it to cook. It will take about 20 minutes to cook, depending on the size of your chicken, if you cook in the pan. So just keep your chicken cooked. Add water to this. Give it a good mix. And you can close the lid and cook the chicken for 20 minutes. But as I said, I'm just going to put this entire chicken into my pressure cooker for one whistle, because this is quite a young tender chicken. So that's the chicken I've cooked in the pressure cooker. It's already 75% cooked. I just speeded up the process a little too, so it's already looking like a nice curry, right? So I'm gonna show you how to finish off this amazing dish now. I used only less oil when I used to fry the chicken. So for now, for tempering, and then I need to make this, I need to fry the chicken, so I need a little bit more oil. So oil goes in, and then comes your amazing fennel seeds. Fennel seeds give a beautiful taste and texture to the chicken. So about a spoonful full of fennel seeds. So the fennel seeds are nicely cracked, and I'm gonna add some curry leaf and green chili, and I've reserved some onion, so some onion goes into. So you could see the onion is frying up nicely. I know we added a lot of chili powder, but as I said, the spice is going to stand out, and it's going to be so good accompanied with rasam and rice. So I'm just going to add about a spoonful of pepper powder. That's ground black pepper. You can skip that if you don't want to, but it adds a wonderful edge to this chicken fry. And now the tomatoes. So that's all you need to temper this chicken really. And then we'll add all this chicken to the pan. You could serve it up like a nice curry, which is a little watery, but here, since I said we are going to make it like a fry, Varuval, like a chicken fry, so I'm just going to make sure that I fry until I get a nice thick gravy. So let that is ready. Now take all the chicken and just pour it into that. Give it a good little mix. It smells so good, believe me. And you could see the curry is nearly ready. So if you want to keep the curry the same way here, a little watery, you could still keep it. It's still nice to go with some white rice or chapati or bread. It's amazing with toasted bread too. But as I said, I'm just going to make it into a nice fried chicken. Curry is thickening up nicely. That's the consistency I was expecting. So thick. Can you see that? You could imagine all the chili powder which went in, but believe me, it's not. The spice is just right. And I'm just gonna serve. I'm gonna garnish that up with a lot of coriander leaves, chopped. Give it one good mix. And there you go. That's your chicken fry or varutha kori. I love this, and I'm just drooling already. I'm just going to serve it up. So I'm hoping you'd all enjoy recreating this amazing DhalRasam and Kancheepuram special chicken fry, ParuppuRasamum, Kancheepuram special chicken Varuvalum, and have a fab time with your family. This is Priya signing off, Planet Priya. Until I see you next week, bye. And I'm gonna tuck in.